off the play fake. Here's Ryan. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. The numbers from a week ago for Funchess. 5 catches, 66 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10. If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Throwing again on second down. Ryan will drop this underneath for Jones. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
At the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Intended for Will Disley.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Down and 10.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Second and a yard. At the 25-yard line.
Play action. Ryan. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
They'll try and run forward with Jones. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On second and 12, Ryan under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on it. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 36 yards on the play.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And on 2nd and goal, Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Touchdown.
Robbie Anderson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
The kick is good.
And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Last time out they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Caught left side by Funchess. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 12-yard line.
Throwing again, Ryan. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of...
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Ryan sacked.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Makes the score Raiders 7.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early? and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game. That's a lot to carry around.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's caught by Waller out left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 30-yard line.
This is Mostert.
Raheem Mostert. The ball
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Pickup on the play.
Mahomes now to throw. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Marius Randall. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Mostert.
9-yard line.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Mahomes. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Robbie Anderson, as the first half is winding down, and the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That time a 9-play drive, and it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Raheem Mostert, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Justin
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Matt Ryan's sack.
That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case, because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continue to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Flexing is the big fella. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Will Disley, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Open man is Robbie Anderson. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
Las Vegas.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
Brings up second and 1.
Now Mahomes. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Robbie Anderson with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Miami set to take over. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Play action. It's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he gets it to Funchess complete. 30. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back now in Miami. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
Entering screen resume. Entering screen.
The Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Matt Ryan now breaks the huddle. His guys will go for 2. Now it's Ryan. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to go deep for Funchess. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing it.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Trey Hendrickson, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Just like that. Just like that.
Another try after the first down sack. Ryan. And he will find his man on the outside. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
That's complete right around the 8. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he's got it. And he's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The 2-yard line.
Now a dump off here complete. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Mahomes now on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And the Raider 1st down.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And the carry on 1st down by Mostert going to wind up losing yardage there as he's stopped for officially a loss of 2. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Mahomes Mahomes going to throw it here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Not much there, only a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and
working from the gun. Mahomes. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
At the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Open man, here's Foster. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. That's complete right around the 8. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
7 yards.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put